Reading and the making of news stories, one of those amazing things on TV, it looks so easy, but it is actually one of the most difficult things you can do. Have a look at this sequence.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for yesterday. I thought we had some splendid output yesterday. I thought all the bulletins did a very, very good job on the Chernenko death and the succession. I thought it looked very good at 12, 6 and 9. Thank you very much. Let us move on to today.
Mrs. T is due to fly off after PMQs. She won't be going to the embassy to sign the book. Geoffrey Howe will be going this morning. Kinnock will be going lunchtime to sign it, and they'll all jump on the same aircraft this afternoon. Phone tapping debate.
And Chris, who's this reporter? I don't recognise his name. Nicholas Levens.
Yes, young, very pleasant. A little bit of journalistic experience. Comes from the Western Mercury, done some writing for them. That's the Western-Supermare paper. And
I see he also comes from Jim will fix it, so I'm sure he'll do us a very good time.
In the light of events.
Good morning, everyone. Before we look through the prospects at home and abroad today, I'd just like to welcome Nicholas Levens, who joins us as a new reporter today. He comes to us from Jim will fix it, and he's going to be assigned to one of our home stories, which we'll hear about in a little detail later. But let's look first of all at the foreign prospects.
We have 2 unilaterals booked at the times you see there, together with studio.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Nicholas. I'm the news organiser. Okay. This is the story I want you to do for us today. Okay. Here's Peter Main, who'll be giving you a hand. Right. Nicholas, who's our reporter on this. Now, what the story is about some animal rights supporters who are going to give a petition in to the government. They're protesting about cruelty to animals. There's going to be quite a crowd of them down at the House of Commons. 1 or 2 famous faces among them. I want you to go and have a look at them, have a chat to them, get some pictures, do the story for us.
Okay.
And get some shots of them handing in the petition, and then bring that back for the later bulletin. Right, there's the story, Nicholas. Right. I'm going to hand you over to Peter now. He knows his way around London, and I'll leave you to get on with the story.
Right, thanks very much.
Okay, Nick. Well, we've got an hour to get there, so we better be on our way, I think.
Okay, let's go.
Come on in. Right, well, we haven't actually got much time, Nick, so we better work out roughly what we're going to do, what shots we're going to need, and also who's going to talk to. There's quite a few people here. Who of these do you fancy talking to about it?
I'd like to talk to Alvin Stardust.
That's a good idea. What sort of wire rock stars interested in animal rights?
Yeah.
And there's the MP as well, Roland Boys. He might be good to talk to.
Well, he's the one that's going to be collecting the petitions,
That's right.
We could ask him, why he wants to do it. Let's get that.
That's right, and what he's going to do with it when he's got the petition.
It's Good News Week. Lots of blood in Asia now. They've butchered up the sacred cow. They've got a lot to eat. It's Good News Week. Doctors finding many ways of wrapping brains in metal trays to keep us from the heat.
Okay, and has Nicholas had makeup?
Yes.
Lovely. Is Nicholas happy? Sue happy? Stand by, please, TK2. Stand by, 1/4-inch tape.
14.
And stand by in the studio.
12. 11.
Run TK2.
9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
Go tape. Coming to split screen next.
The 6 o'clock news from the BBC with Sue Lawley and Nicholas Levens.
Good evening. The headlines at 6 o'clock. The superpowers have begun a new attempt to reduce their stockpile of nuclear weapons. The Russian and American negotiators met again in Geneva, and the man from Moscow said he had orders to make a success of it. Also tonight, as you may have noticed in the introduction, a change of presenter for the 6 o'clock news. Nicholas Witchell has been replaced by another Nicholas Levens. He's 11 years old and comes from Weston-super-Mare. Nicholas.
Thank you. Animal rights supporters went to Parliament today to protest about experiments which they say lead to thousands of animals being killed every year. Rock star Alvin Stardust, model Marie Helvin and actress Virginia McKenna presented a petition to MP Roland Boyes calling for the test to be outlawed. I went along to see the petition being handed over. 500,000 people signed the petition and it took 4 people to carry all the bundles to the House of Commons. The petition calls on MPs to ban an experiment known as the LD50 test. This is a test in which animals are given increasing doses of chemicals and drugs until 50% of the animals have died. The experiment is also used to test cosmetics and household products. Model Marie Helvin told me why she was so concerned.
The animals are being tested so that I can wear cosmetics safely. In my business, I need to wear the cosmetic. It's ridiculous. I would prefer not to wear them if the animals have to suffer in this inhumane way. And it's been proven that the cosmetics don't have to be tested on the animals to make them safe for us to wear. I'd really rather not wear them if the animals have to suffer.
Why are you so concerned about the test?
Well, they asked me to read the pamphlet on it, and I was appalled. I mean, I suppose we've known it's been going on because they keep coming up on the news and things. But somewhere along the line, we have to make a stand and try and do something about it. So today was an opportune moment. We got this. There are 500,000 people have said they'd like to do something about it, and these are all their signatures. So here we are today to try and start the ball rolling.
Yeah. How painful are the tests?
Well, it's called LD50, which stands for lethal dose. 50% of the animals used. So they just keep shoving this stuff inside the animals, whatever it be, whether it's liquids or solids, until 50% of the animals die. And it doesn't prove anything.
MP Roland Boyes plans to present the petition to the House of Commons. What good will it do presenting it to Parliament? I mean, what do you hope to prove?
I'm hoping that the Home Secretary, who's responsible for animal matters, will say 500,000 people are concerned, I shall have to be concerned, and that he'll make some tough laws to stop people being cruel to animals in the way they are at the moment.
Roland Boyes is presenting the petition to Parliament next week. A great many people have taken the trouble to sign this petition, but it still remains to be seen if the government will act. This is Nicholas Levens at Parliament, returning you to the studio.
And that was the 6 o'clock news on Tuesday, the 12th of March, the day on which Nicholas Levens became a BBC News reporter. After spending long hours covering a protest march to the House of Commons in support of animal rights, he said, "I'll fix Jim for this."
Nicholas Witchell, whose job I pinched for the day, said, "I know they like young news readers, but this is ridiculous."
And Ron Neal, the editor of BBC Television News, said, "Given practice, Nicholas will make a very good reporter. As for Nicholas Levens, he's made an excellent start." And so it was that Jim fixed it again. From Nicholas and me now, good night.
Did you think that reading the news and getting news stories out and all that, did you think it was that difficult?
No.
What did you think of yourself? What did you say this afternoon?
Terrible.
Listen, you're on the road to success, thinking that you weren't all that good, because you were actually quite good. But if you think you're not all that good, then you're on right or wrong team.
Quite right. We called him One Take Levens. You know he did that piece to camera in one go.
No.
Good stuff.
Really? I don't know what was more worrying, actually, his performance or the way she said Nicholas Witchell has been replaced.
What sports you are, if I may say so.
Not at all. It was fun
Thank you
having
very much. It really was, because, you see, mixing with the pros like that, that's... You learn more in half a day with these guys you learn in ages.
But he's got a natural ability, you see. He's a nosy Parker.
What?
He's a nosy Parker.
A nosy Parker?
That's what you've got to be.
There's only one thing to do with the nosy Parker, and that is ask you to really make the life for him by giving him his You'll Fix It badge. How about
Marvellous. Here we are.
Thank
Big
you.
badge round you, Nick.
that? And, ladies and gentlemen, we've run right out of Fix It, but we've got more.